In other news tonight, we are seeing signs that the country's food supply chain is under significant stress. Here are two scenes. These are the enormous lines for the LA Regional Food Bank over the weekend, with cars stretching for miles. We've seen this kind of scene play out all over the country. People are desperate for food. They're having trouble feeding their families, their kids particularly. And here's another scene. This is what some dairy farmers are doing, dumping out thousands of gallons of fresh milk every day. Other farmers are destroying crops outright, plowing, for instance, ripe vegetables right back into the ground. Because with restaurants, schools, and hotels and other things closed, farmers that are part of the commercial food supply chain just don't have anywhere to sell their products. Also, the frontline workers, those that are keeping the food chain going, they are clearly at tremendous risk. They're still in the fields picking produce with minimal to no protection, particularly immigrants without papers. This is what it looks like inside a pork processing plant. People working there have to stand shoulder to shoulder. Yesterday, one of the largest plants in the country shut down in South Dakota indefinitely after nearly 300 employees tested positive for coronavirus. That's nearly a third of the cases in the entire state. The food supply chain is one of those things the vast majority of us, I think, tend to take for granted. You go to a restaurant or a grocery store or a fast food chain and the food is just there. But this crisis is putting stress on all parts of it from every angle. Last week, we brought you an interesting story about our toilet paper supply. And that reporting showed that the reason there's a shortage of toilet paper at stores is only really partly because people are hoarding this stuff. It's more because the industry is split into two markets. There's a commercial one and a consumer one. And everyone at home is now using the consumer product. And the commercial one, the one that's usually given to businesses and campuses and office buildings, cannot be easily made available for residential use. Well, guess what? It turns out the food supply chain is structured in a similar way. While grocery stores are having a hard time keeping things in stock, there is an entire food chain designed to sell bulk food to fast food stores and restaurants that is essentially being left to rot. That is because a supply chain, as one dairy industry advocate explains, is tough to just switch around.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your big homie, Big Bad. This is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast. And as always, I'm thankful and appreciative that y'all stopped by to tune in with me, man. Because like I said, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, so I got you. You know, on today's episode, this might be one of my most important episodes in general ever. This might be the episode to top all episodes, because on today's topic, I'm going to be talking about something that has to do with everybody, irregardless of your spiritual standpoint, your physical standpoint, irregardless of your race, your creed, your beliefs, irregardless of whoever you are. This topic, food, that I'm talking about, food, is going to touch everybody. It's got nothing to do with nothing. It's got everything to do with everybody. You get what I'm saying? On today, man, I wanted y'all to realize something. If you didn't understand, for years and years and years, I've been telling people, you know, get your shit together, get it going, get ready for whatever the case may be, because if you pay attention to the world, it's been forever shifting. It's been forever changing. It's been forever evolving into what it is today. And if you don't know this, we got this C virus thing going on, this coronavirus thing, where everybody have to stay at home, and pretty much worldwide, the world's been quarantined. All right, so, or sheltered at home. So let me just say this: everything is changing. You might not be paying attention totally to everything, but the food situation is about to get so drastic. And it already is so drastic for some, the people without money and resources. But it's about to get so drastic that they're doing the most heinous, craziest shit I ever seen with the food in life. They're dumping out all the food. They're they're destroying all the crops. They're pouring out all the milk they have left. Destroying eggs, agriculture, everything. And the reason that they're saying they're doing this, now this is the number one thing that y'all need to realize. Americans are starving right now. The world is starving right now, okay? You have these sorry ass companies who are shutting their company down, who are shutting everything down, but they're not doing nothing with their products. They're actually letting their products go to waste or wasting their products. Hold on. So yeah, anyway, like I was saying, man, you have these companies destroying the food when there's millions of and hundreds of millions of people around the world who are starving. The reason that they said they're destroying this food is because they don't have anybody to sell it to. They're talking about the markets that they usually sell it to are not running, or everything's not going on. So they'd rather destroy millions of dollars worth of food, and that's why they're destroying it, because they're not going to be able to get money off of it. They're destroying hundreds of gallons of milk, millions of dollars worth of all these foods, meats, all that. They shut the meat plants down. They shut all the main food source things down. Talking about they don't have customers to sell it to. They're talking about the grocery stores are not buying it no more. And I'm gonna tell you something. Grocery stores they're not grocery stores. They said like infrastructure like prisons and schools and all those industries are not buying and not purchasing this food no more. So they rather destroy it. And I'm gonna tell you something, bro. That is proof and showing you that they're trying to starve us out. Because if these motherfuckers actually gave one shit about the people, the world people, the American people, or any people, they would have donated that food. They would have split it up, bottled it up in the last bottling facility they had, bottled it up, and distributed that out amongst the citizens, amongst the people. But no, we don't have no kind of a world like that. We have a world where these motherfuckers rather pour shit down the drain on the street than give it to people in need. Now, if y'all don't wake up and realize, it's too late for y'all, man. Y'all motherfuckers are still not paying attention. Y'all motherfuckers are still not taking advantage of this time that we have to prepare for whatever the fuck is going on. And I'm going to tell you something. Once they run out of them food in them grocery stores, there is going to be no more. You hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck if you don't want to hear what I'm saying. Once they run out of them stores in that grocery store, once they run out of that food in that grocery store, you ain't getting no more food. And they're going to starve your ass out. And the only way for you to get some food is going to be do some bullshit like take vaccine or a shot. I'm telling you. Y'all motherfuckers better wake up. Another thing that they're doing in the stores, they're making it to where Walmart's, Targets, and a bunch of major department stores can only sell food after a certain point. You know why? Nobody's manufacturing these products no more. No, who's working? Who's essentially working right now? Is niggas who making toys working? Is China people working when they making all these toys that we play with? No. Nobody's working making the bullshit that we usually spend our time and lives with. Only thing now that they're doing is allowing people to buy last little bits of food. Because, and they're giving you the option and the chance to buy some food and get right. Even though you can't like bulk and hoard and shop and buy a bunch, your ass it's still a chance for you to get out here and get it. But most of y'all ain't gonna get out here and get it, and y'all gonna be begging and fucking begging in them food lines. Cause they're coming, and if it ain't already in your state, they're there. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't already need it, if your ass don't go to the grocery store by next week, you're gonna be in line too, begging for a food bag. So y'all better wake up, man. It's your big homie, Big Bad, man. This is and always will be the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, man. This ain't no motherfucking joke. Man. If this ain't the eye-opener, man, I don't know what the eye-opener is, man. I'm really, man, it's insanity that y'all are still out here in this world living like this, man. It's your big homie, Big Bad.